There we go. In this video I'm going to attempt to do something completely different process to how I normally make my design my swim baits. Some may think this is cheating the way I do this, but you know, it is what it is. Normally I'll carve a lure shape out of timber. So generally speaking, I'll start off with ideas and I'll just gradually work away at a piece of timber, mould it up, then seal it up with some paint. This time I've brought this little plastic kids fish off eBay. It's an actual replica of a little carp. It's actually a really good sized sort of toy to make a lure out of. Like, it's the perfect size. It'll be about probably 180 mil when it's finished. Yeah. Anyway, what I plan on doing is trying to mould this up into a swim bait. So I'll start the process and show you how it goes. First thing I want to do is just actually get it moulded onto a piece of timber so that I can then form it up and get some silicone on it. So I'm just going to stick it on there. Once again, I'm using this Loctite glue. Just stick him on there. That's sort of actually stuck on there pretty well. I'm going to have a crack at doing an open pore mould. Put a little bit more glue in there. So like I said, I got this little carp off eBay. It's a little kid's toy by the looks of it. So I'll let that dry and then I'll form him up. A bit of this Loctite glue on again. Just let that set for 10 minutes. It's rough as guts, but all I want to do is get a rough silicone mold so I can actually then make a master out of this polyurethane resin. It's a really quick setting resin I buy from Aldex molds. It's good stuff. It's good for making masters. Even if you've got older molds like this, you can pour this in there and make another master and actually alter the master a little bit if you're not happy with the way the lure's swimming or something along those lines. But yeah, it's good gear. So I'll just get that from Aldex molds. Good company, got a lot of good products for all sorts of moulding and lure making. So yeah. I buy most of my gear off those fellas. Righto, I'm going to leave the clamps on this. I'm going to pour this silicone in. Like I said, this is a pretty rough mould. It's just to get the master. I'll probably only use this mould once or twice. I'm going to have to cut this mould open anyway to get this lure out, so not a big deal. Not a big deal, sorry if it's a bit rough. Like I said, this isn't going to be the original mould, the final mould so to speak. I'm just making this mould to get the master from this plastic toy I brought off eBay. Probably didn't quite mix enough, unfortunately. Righto, this silicon's gone off now. Now we'll try and cut this toy out. Like I said, it's actually a pretty rough mold, just so I can get the master made up. Problem with using plywood is that it actually sticks. Oh, that's no good. I actually just broke the lure inside it. Anyway, all good. We'll still cut him out. So you can see the plastic fish in there. He shattered when I broke him then. Anyway, it's only a cheap toy. It looks like it's worked pretty well. There's the other part of him. Got a little hole there, so I'll have to put a bit of tape over that. But what I'll do now is mix up some of this product and pour the master. Righto, it's time to mold this up. Didn't come out too well. I was hoping it wouldn't shatter, but as you can see, this swim bait we're making from the eBay kids toy, it broke to pieces when I pulled it out, but it's not a big deal. So we'll make the master out of this polyurethane resin that I get from Aldex lures, Aldex mold, sorry. It's really good stuff, so I won't need much of it. It's 50-50. So I reckon I'll make it just over 100 mil. I'll put in 50 mil of this one. I'll go just over 100. About 60 in there. About 60 of this. Right. Hopefully that gets us up to the top. It goes off really quick. It's actually a quick curing product, which is good. You don't have to wait 24 hours for it. I think you got about a minute with it before it starts turning white. So I'll put this in. Oh, we're not going to quite have enough. Just chuck a little bit more in. Right, that's got us up to the top. Goes off pretty quick, this stuff, but it'll give us a good solid master that we can carve and sand and just change a little bit. You'll actually see this starting to turn white soon. But I've let this cure for about 20 minutes. We'll pull him out. And now we've got this to work with. We can actually sand, grind, and turn this into a bait. So this is the plastic lure from eBay. And then this is what we've ended up with. I've used this polyurethane from Audex molds. Now I can grind this and start working on it, turning it into a bait. Tail now. Use a bit of this heavy duty bog, start building the tail up so I can turn it into a big paddle tail. Originally I only had this little fish fin tail on it. I want to make a big sort of paddle tailed swim bait. So I'll just keep adding a bit of this to it and you can sand it back. There she go. Right, I just started grinding this new tail down for him. I'm going to get some little carp whiskers on it too. I'll try and get this tail glued on. Oops, she's a bit manky at the end. I'll have to get a little hook and pierce that, I think. Try and get it dead center. Do a bit of pressure on it for a minute so it sets. And I'll clamp him up. Yeah, that's how he's starting to look. This big old clamp. Take a bit of pressure on it for a little while. Whoop, like that. That's no good. It's looking pretty good. Alright, we'll just build this tail up a little bit. So I've stuck that little paddle tail on. I grinded that up on the bench grinder. We've cleaned that up. Still needs a fair bit of work, but what I'll do, I'm just going to start building this tail up a little bit. So I'm using this builder's bog again. Give him a mix. Goes off like concrete, this stuff. I don't want to put too much in there, I just want to fill a few of those blemishes up. With this paddle pop you can sort of get a nice little finish on it, sort of like doing silicone. Right, it's starting to take shape there. Let's look for any other little blemishes on it. You can bang a bit of this into. Starting to take shape. That's going to be a good size swim bait. That it's something different. It's got a fair bit of body mass to it, body width. Just hope it swims all right. I'm going to have to put a fair chunk weight in the bottom of that to keep it upright, but we'll see how it goes. We'll let this dry out. But I'll get the first top coat on, show out all the blemishes. See all those little pinholes in there? Find this auto spray, the primer putty in one's really good for this sort of stuff. Got the whiskers in, the pieces for the toe point. I'm going to give it its first coat. Warmed up and ready for the silicone. Righto, let's unbox this. It's pretty stuck, this one. Might be a bit more difficult getting off here, I think. I've had a bit of a spillage through there. Cut that off. Oh, good. I was hoping it'd snap off easy. Yeah, we'll have to cut it out. So the tail's down there. Right, got the whiskers here too. That'll be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I might pull them out first if we can. Oop, she snapped. That'll only make it easier. Right, that came out pretty well. Get the tail out, the rest of the tail. Right. I know, that's worked pretty well. And then dags up, you can see. Might just let it cure for a little bit longer. Tail snapped off, but I can glue that back on. I'll go store this somewhere. We'll let this cure for a few more hours, and then I reckon we might pour one. Righto, let's pour this first one. I'll pour it a bit down. Righto, let's take this bad boy out. To be trimmed up a bit, but it's come out pretty well. We'll go drop it in some water for a minute, let it cool off. I'm wrapped with how this has come out. It's come out so well, mimicking a little carp. It's obviously had a little bit of paint put on it in the last half an hour, but it's come out really well. It sucks a fair bit of plastic in there, but it's put a bit of a groove there. But it's actually come up pretty well. Absolutely wrapped with it, just like a little European carp. Looks really good. Anyway, we'll give it a swim now and see how it goes. It's a pretty chunky lure. It's actually got a fair bit of meat to it. Something different. I don't think I'll fish these much. I might actually do a bit of a lure giveaway and try and get me page, boost my page up a bit. I think I'm going to make up probably about 5 of these, and I'll do a bit of a competition and give them away. I don't have time to fish all these lures I make, so yeah, I think I'll make 5 of these up and do a bit of a lure giveaway, and hopefully one of the cod guys can get a big Murray cod on one of them. It'd be great. Anyway, let's give it a swim. Wow, that looks awesome. Nice big wobble on it. Got a little bit of a lean on it, but I haven't put any belly weights on it. I reckon if I put a belly weight on it, it'd be nearly perfect, but it's pretty good how it is.